Did you know that co-op in ZZZs has a unique mechanic different from the usual combat style? In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know before you can dive into co-op with your friends. We'll cover how to access co-op mode, the special mechanics you'll encounter, and some tips and tricks to make the most out of your co-op experience. Note that this information is based on the closed beta test and is subject to change, but we'll update it once the game is released. Anyway, let's get into it. First, let's talk about the locations where you can play multiplayer. Currently, there is only one place you can do co-op, and that is the Reckless Challenge. Simply navigate to the random Play Store, open the VR device, and look for the Reckless Challenge option. Reckless Challenge is a weekly boss fight where you take on bosses that reset every week. These bosses are crucial because they provide valuable rewards. But how do you unlock it? To unlock the Reckless Challenge, you'll have to reach a certain Internaut level, beat a Hollow Zero stage, and reply to a DM from one of the HIA's promoters. Defeating bosses in Hollow Zero will provide their details in the workbench at the random Play Store and their enemy card in the Reckless Challenge, allowing proxies to challenge them anytime they wish. Each enemy will drop specific items exclusively. In this case, Reckless Challenge bosses drop materials needed for upgrading agents' core skills to their highest levels. You can only do 3 Reckless Challenge runs every week, and each attempt costs you 40 energy. Since each boss have a weakness, you can benefit these by using character that uses that weakness element. There is also a no reward mode where you can fight the bosses without spending any energy, though you won't receive any rewards from these battles. You'll have the option to complete these challenges solo or in multiplayer mode, allowing you to team up with 2 other players. To get the most value, it is recommended to complete your Reckless Challenge every week to get the reward, since it only has a maximum of 3 runs every week. Next, the combat mechanics. Normally, when you fight enemies, you have 3 characters you can switch between. But in co-op, you can't switch characters since you can only play as one character. But worry not, you can still perform the parry mechanic by simply pressing switch as usual. There are 2 types of parry differing between characters: evasive parry and defensive parry. Evasive parry, used by ranged attack characters like Billy, Grace, and Zhu Yuan, puts you into a slowed time mode to attack enemies. On the other hand, defensive parry used by melee characters like Ellen Jo, Soldier 11, and Nicole allows you to block the attack and inflict daze. In co-op, performing a parry also affects your teammates. For example, if Grace uses her evasive parry, Soldier 11 can also attack the boss during the slowed time mode. However, for defensive parry characters, if you don't parry at the perfect moment when the boss attacks you, you'll just stand there in a parry stance without parrying anything. But don't worry, failing to parry won't decrease your parry bar. Now regarding chain attacks. Since you can't switch to other characters, the game allows other players to join in and perform chain attacks one at a time. Lastly, if you somehow died during fighting the boss, you'll have the option to restart or revive. You have 3 chances to revive, so make sure you use it efficiently. Now that you know the system, you'll understand why it is important to balance out between an evasive and defensive character to fight the bosses much easier.